So, we got lots of stuff that's almost ready to harvest, including jalapenos. This tomato plant's actually starting to do some nice, decent sized fruit. I actually topped this thing off so that it'll actually stop growing higher. It'll stop producing leafy branches, and it'll stop producing more suckers. Um, this one actually does have a couple suckers on it, but that's okay. Just gonna top them off. They'll stop growing, and then just keep producing flowers and fruit. Next, we got, well, these mints, I propagated them from one, obviously, and there's a whole bunch of mint around around the garden. There's I actually picked up some peppermint as well, so I've got a little bit of that. Only one so far, but I'll propagate that soon enough once it gets bigger. Here we go. This rutabaga is actually looking really good. He's thickening up. He'll be doing that for a little bit. This one, I just did a quick video on that one. Check that out. This one looks weird. All these three tomato plants, I'm gonna try to let them grow a little bit bigger because they are indeterminates, and then see where that goes. These guys, they'll just produce when they produce. I may take some suckers off just to help the production of the fruit as opposed to the leaves and branches. Obviously, the tomato bush, that's cool. I'm actually really liking this little wildflower area. It looks really cool. And you get lots of bees and these guys, red soldier beetles. The Queen Anne's lace, if you don't know, you should be careful whenever you're actually dealing with Queen Anne's lace, because if you break the stem, it's actually a liquid inside that can burn your skin from sunlight. So it makes your skin extremely sensitive to sunlight, and it causes sometimes third-degree burns. So always be careful with that, but it's a good pollinator, so. And here we go. This is another zucchini. This is like the fifth one about this size, and I'm just letting it kind of thicken up, I think. Over here we've got, I actually made a little hammock for this thing because I don't want it to snap off the branch, but it is a good looking spaghetti squash. That's what it is. Spaghetti squash. I gotta come through, do a bit of watering. It's supposed to rain tonight, but I want to get this actually watered properly too. This is actually really cool. I didn't expect them to actually look healthy by the end of the year, but I think they will now. These are my rhubarb, my Swiss chard. They're actually looking pretty good. They're really red, so that's nice. They might actually be able to, might even be able to get like a stem off of them this year. That'd be really cool. I only tried them for the first time this year, but they're super sour, super good. This is my asparagus. There's a little bit growing there, and here, and there. That won't be done for years, but anyways, this guy. This is my other beet that seems to be popping out of the soil. You can see the soil actually breaking in spots as it wants to pop up. Speaking of that, well, this is not ready yet, so we're not going to do anything about it. But over here, this is probably the best part, because these are the potatoes. This is all starting to break up the top of the ground, and it's pushing up, which means there is lots of tomatoes under here. Potatoes under here. There's lots of potatoes. And we've actually got corn coming too. Problem is with corn is that you never know if it's going to get fully pollinated, because this is where the pollen comes from. And all the pollen from these tassels actually has to travel down, usually by wind being jostled. All the pollen has to hit every single one of these hairs. And each one of those hairs has to send each one of those pollens down into the ear. And each one of these hairs actually becomes one of the kernels on the cob. So it's pretty cool. And that's one thing I wish I had known before I started planting corn, because I wouldn't have planted it everywhere. I would have planted it in one big spot, and I would have planted it with probably some pole beans in between, and then squash kind of on the side, maybe like 4 squash plants on each side, or 1 squash plant on each side. Now, the reason they do that is they're called the 3 sisters, corn, squash, and beans, because the pole beans, can actually be planted in between the corn stalks, and they'll actually climb up the corn like it's a pole. The squash is actually really good for the ground cover, so you don't even need really mulch in order to do it. So, but you'd have to watch out for any vining. Just keep your squash plants from vining up your corn and trying to pull your corn down. But beans and peas fix the nitrogen in the soil. And the thing about corn is they actually pull nutrients from deep underground, because it's got deep roots, and they pull it up. And they basically kind of cycle nutrition between the 3 plants. They help each other, they help the soil. It all works out in the end. This is, oh man, it's beautiful. This thing is so beautiful. We have a little bit of possible bud starting on this one. That one for sure. We'll take. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Bud starting in there. And up here. And while I'm here, I might as well show you this. Because that is rhubarb, more Swiss chard, that I didn't realize was there, and it just kind of started growing there. Surprise! And my watermelons. I don't see any growth on this yet, which kind of sucks. Oh wow. It goes all the way up to here. I may have to work around this a little bit, obviously, but that's okay. Looks like it's doing good. Oh, whoa. First of all, I'm pretty sure this is another watermelon that also surprise. But it's it did that by itself. I have honestly not been looking back at this thing because it's all behind my flowers and funny. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. It's almost harvesting for lots of stuff, but